Most people think they make their own decisions. But the truth is, your brain is constantly being tricked by strangers, by advertisers, even by people you love. These are not just random ideas. They are backed by psychology. And as a specialist in educational psychology, I've studied how the human mind can be influenced, manipulated, and controlled, often without us even noticing. Today, I will share some of the darkest psychology secrets, things that can be used against you, but also things you can learn to protect yourself from. Once you know them, you will never look at people the same way again. First impressions rule everything. We judge strangers in just 7 seconds. Once formed, this impression is nearly impossible to change. Manipulators exploit this by dressing well, speaking confidently, and acting dominant. Confidence beats truth. Studies show we trust confident lies over hesitant truths. This is why con artists always sound certain, even when they are making things up. The silence trick. Interrogators and manipulators often stay silent because silence makes most people uncomfortable. To fill that gap, they reveal more than they intended. The loneliness effect. A lonely brain is desperate for connection. That's why cult leaders, online scammers, or toxic partners gain control by just giving simple attention. Kindness as a trap. Psychologists call it the foot in the door technique. Someone does you a tiny favor and suddenly you feel obligated to return something much bigger. Manipulators thrive on this. We copy who we envy. Even when we dislike someone, we unconsciously mirror them. Advertisers and influencers use this to plant behaviors we later think were our own choices. People listen to reply, not to understand. In most conversations, people aren't really hearing you. They are just preparing their next move. Skilled manipulators exploit this by controlling the flow while you think you are being heard. Too much kindness looks weak. Sadly, humans evolved to test boundaries. Excessive kindness without limits makes others respect you less and sometimes even exploit you. The authority illusion. In classic psychology experiments, people submitted harmful orders just because someone looked like an authority figure. This means we are wired to follow symbols of power, even when it feels wrong. How to protect yourself. Be aware of your emotional triggers. Loneliness, fear, desire for approval. Slow down decisions. Don't react instantly to charm or pressure. Watch body language and consistency, not just words. Actually, communication is 7% words, 38% tone of voice, and 55% body language. And remember, If something feels off, it usually is. Dark psychology is powerful, but only if you stay unaware. Once you know the tricks, you can't be played the same way again. Now that you know these dark psychology secrets, which one have you actually noticed in your own life?